motivation isn't about willpower, it's about brain chemicals. I will talk about one of the main problems with motivation in modern society, which is chasing instant dopamine. And I will also share with you hacks that can help you overcome this problem and become motivated. Now let's go to the problem, which is chasing instant dopamine. Every time you use social media, you get an instant dopamine fix. Dopamine is a brain chemical that is released in our brain when we get a reward. Let's say you do an action A, you get a reward. Dopamine is released in the brain, so you feel happier. Dopamine has evolved in a way to keep us motivated to do actions that bring us a reward. For example, back in the days when people would hunt and gather for food, once they would find food, they would eat and dopamine would be released. In that way, they would be motivated to do it again because they knew if they hunt and chase for food, once they eat, they would feel happier because of the dopamine. So that was basically evolution, a way to motivate people to chase for food because otherwise they wouldn't be able to survive. And this is something that social media creators and also creators of junk food knew. So they created social media and fast food in a way that releases dopamine and make us feel happier. So every time you're on social media, you see a notification, you see a like, you see a new video, you get some dopamine released and you feel happier. Also, when you eat junk food, you may say to yourself, if you don't feel very well, let me have a cookie or an ice cream, I'm gonna feel happier. However, we know that this happiness is just short term, and in the long run, if we eat junk food, we're gonna be obese and have some health issues. If we spend too much time on the social media, we won't have enough time to doing some more important activities such as working, spending time with family and friends, working out. So we know that these activities are not the best. However, they're so easy. So you just take your phone, you go on social media, and you get this dopamine hit. You just open your fridge, you take a piece of ice cream, you feel happier. So the brain is always going to choose those activities that give us easy and quick dopamine, right? Why would you bother going chasing and hunting for food in the modern days, right? Going to work in order to provide money so you could buy food. Why not just spending time on social media? Why would I bother working on my business when it might never work out? I might never get this reward on my social media and instantly be happier. That is why it's so difficult to resist social media, junk food, and some other activities because they release instant dopamine. However, there are hacks that can help you choose more difficult activities, doing harder things, rather than just getting this instant dopamine. Here are the 3 tricks. Number 1 is to celebrate small wins. Let's say when you're doing a difficult task, let's say going to the gym, you might not get a reward immediately. A reward would be you losing weight and getting to your dream body. That could last 6 months, even a year, maybe even 2 years, depending on what your goal is. So this is definitely not an instant dopamine. However, what you could do is to celebrate every time you go to the gym. You tick it off from your to-do list, and in that way you're going to get this reward, which is, okay, I succeeded to say you want to study, but at the same time you're tempted on spending time on social media. What you could do is say, okay, now you study for 1 hour and then use your social media after that for 15 minutes. In that way, you are going to be motivated to study because you know that after studying, you can enjoy these dopamine hits from social media. In that way, you manage to do both. You manage to study and at the same time, you manage to use the social media. However, make sure that doing this hard task takes up more time than wasting time on social media. So maybe studying for 1 hour and spending 15 minutes on social media rather than other way around. After celebrating small wins, and also delaying gratification. You should also reduce quick dopamine. So don't spend too much time on social media. Limit it to 10-15 minutes. Don't eat fast food. Choose more whole foods that are going to nourish your body and that they're not going to mess up the dopamine in your brain. So make sure to reduce and to resist access to instant dopamine. So now we saw that motivation isn't so much about willpower. A lot has to do with our brain chemicals, and I talk a lot about dopamine almost all of my videos, so make sure to subscribe to my channel to keep up to date with the latest neuroscience facts that are going to help you be more productive. And if you struggle with motivation and if it's hard for you to resist instant dopamine and you finally want to break free from this, I also suggest you to do one-on-one coaching with me. So I offer personalized weekly one-on-one coaching sessions to help people become more productive using neuroscience. The first step to joining my program is to schedule a free 30-minute discovery call with me. You can schedule it on the link in the description down below. So you click on the link and you choose the date and time that works for you. We'll be talking one-on-one. It's confidential. You tell me what are some problems that you are facing right now, and I can see how the program could help you become more motivated into doing hard things. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you soon.